Garten, popularly known as Barefoot Contessa, one of the world's most known cooks, serves the best Barefoot Contessa Zucchini bread. In addition to that, she has a huge following online, her cookbooks, and even a television show. Moreover, Barefoot Contessa creates complicated dishes easier through her skilled approach to cooking. As a result, people seek her recipes as a guide for making dishes that they have not tried out before. Furthermore, she uses common ingredients in making good food. Her signature dish, zucchini bread, which is a sweet and warm, mild veggie homemade bread. It is similar to pumpkin, apple, or other sweet loaves of bread, usually served at Thanksgiving. If you have not tried making zucchini bread and have not tasted it, you should try this recipe. In that regard, making this recipe is easy, so if you haven't made homemade bread, don't worry. Barefoot Contessa's zucchini bread recipe inspired this recipe. It is an easier take which is perfect for serving your guests. What you will need. Ingredients: 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 of teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 of teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of softened butter, 3 pieces of large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 pieces of medium zucchini, about 2 cups of shredded zucchini, half a cup of chopped walnuts, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of teaspoon of ground cloves. Step 1. Before anything else, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, grease the bottom of your loaf pans and set them aside. Step 2. Afterward, combine the sugar, butter, eggs, and vanilla in a bowl and set aside. In another bowl, combine the flour, cinnamon, salt, baking soda, baking powder, cloves, and nutmeg. Step 3. At a medium speed, beat the sugar, butter, eggs, and vanilla mixture. After that, ensure to scrape the bottom and the sides of the bowl frequently until the mixture becomes smooth. Step 4. Then, add the dry mixture of flour, cinnamon, and salt from the other bowl to the wet mixture. Afterward, beat it at low speed until everything combines well. Step 5. Afterward, add the zucchini and walnuts to the mixture and stir. Then, pour the bread batter mixture into the greased loaf pans and spread evenly. Step 6. Next, make sure to bake it for 55 to 65 minutes. To check, insert a toothpick at the center of the pan, and it is okay if it comes out clean. Step 7. After that, remove the bread loaf pans from the oven and let them cool over the counter for approximately 10 minutes. Step 8. Finally, remove the zucchini bread from the pans and let it cool completely and then serve. Tips and tricks for zucchini bread Barefoot Contessa. For best results, serve the bread hot. You can spread soft butter in the bread as it can enhance the flavor. In addition to that, you can substitute zucchini with yellow squash if zucchinis are unavailable or any mild squash. You can also add raisins, dates, nuts like walnuts or cranberries to your bread. Moreover, do not put too much flour into your bread. Adding too much can make the bread denser and tasteless. Additionally, do not pack the measuring cup with flour when measuring. With that, sift your flour, then gently measure it to make the zucchini bread lighter. Keep in mind that cooking the bread for too long can cause it to become crunchy and hard. Also, if your bread is flat, you may have a problem with your baking powder. For that reason, the baking powder may not be fresh. That is why it would be best to use newly bought baking powder. Likewise, store it properly in an airtight container. Moreover, if your bread is not rising properly, you may have been using too much baking powder. Because of this, using too much can make large air bubbles, causing them to collide and pop. As a result, it produces flat-looking bread. When estimating the amount of baking powder, consider the altitude, humidity levels, and oven. Furthermore, to achieve evenly cooked bread, use the right loaf pans, preferably non-stick loaf pans. Also, for scooping out the batter from the bowl, use a rubber spatula because it is bendable. Hence, even out the mixture in the pans easily with this tool. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.